What's going on, you guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and welcome to the video. In this video, we're giving you guys a big update on Numinus Wellness and just some general talk on the sector. As we know, it's been a really hot week so far for the psychedelic sector. We've seen, a lot of stocks run. Numinus Wellness has had a really nice run, so we're going to be taking a look at the charts for it and simply giving you guys an update on this stock and what they've been up to. Just pretty much checking back in. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will also be interviewing Numinus Wellness' CEO again, so I'm really excited to bring you guys that update. It will be on the channel later this week or early next, so stay tuned for that. And drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the sector. Last but not least, of course, this is a sponsored video, so check the description down below for full disclosure details, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer and always remembering that these videos are not financial advice. So with that being said, guys, I bring you the update for Numi. I'm excited to be talking about it. We have covered Numi for quite some time. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and drop those comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have some Numi? And what are your thoughts on the company? So let's give you guys an update. So with the current market cap of roughly 234 million, as per investing.com, Numi has grown quite substantially. Now, over the last month, the psychedelic sector did have a bit of a correction, but the recent MindMed uplisting news really did breathe some life back into the sector. We also have the anticipated Atai Life Sciences IPO coming on the NASDAQ. And then, of course, what's most important for this video will be Numi's actual news, along with a recent feature in the New York Times, which I also thought was very substantial. So, as you can see, guys, the stock has ran as of recently from 79 cents all the way to $1.17 on ever increasing volume, which, at least in my opinion, so far so good. Now, we're nowhere close to where we were, those 52-week highs of $2.45. We're still down here at $1.17. So Numi could potentially have a lot more room to run, especially with this sector heating back up, and we know how fast things can move in the psychedelic sector. Obviously, a note of caution. This sector can be very volatile, so please keep that in mind. Let's get into the recent news for Numinus Wellness. So, Numinus Wellness to undertake phase 1 study of psilocybin extract. By the way, is also traded on the TSX Venture under ticker symbol NUMI, is undertaking further studies of psilocybin products. The company this morning announced a partnership with KGK Science, whereby it will begin studying a psilocybin extract produced in its lab. The clinical trial is to study the safety and psychoactive properties of a psilocybin mushroom product that has been extracted and formulated by the study. Classified as a phase 1 trial, the trial is to consist of 14 volunteers that will be used to assess the safety and efficacy of such a product, which will then be used for further trials or under compassionate use guidelines. The study is expected to create intellectual property for the company while also enabling further studies to be conducted in the future. So I think this is some very big news for the company. Psilocybin is one of the main psychedelic molecules that is being researched, and I think that this is a big plus for Numinus Wellness. So, congratulations to the company. We're also going to be talking in this video about an awesome article from the New York Times, and as the sector goes more mainstream and it gets coverage from news outlets like the New York Times, I think that this is just a good sign overall for this sector, and especially for Numinus Wellness. So there is a lot of fungus among us, coffee for immune support, supplements for inflammation, and psychedelics promising relief from serious ailments. Mushrooms are everywhere, and investors are paying attention. Inside the state-of-the-art lab tucked in an industrial neighborhood on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, employees wearing protective suits move around 2 clear boxes, careful not to disrupt the tubes and sensors that keep temperature and humidity constant. Inside the boxes are mushrooms, but not just any mushrooms. They are psychedelic magic mushrooms that the startup Numinus Wellness believes one day may be used to treat mental health conditions as varied as depression, substance abuse, and anxiety. Welcome to the shroom boom. While Numinus is using mushrooms to make mind-altering therapies, other mushroom growers are promising other benefits like strengthening immune systems or reducing inflammation. Mushrooms are showing up in all sorts of wellness products, pushing them into the mainstream and making mushrooms a major force in the flourishing multi-billion-dollar wellness market. It's hard these days to throw a rock and not hit a mushroom. A top-selling coffee on Amazon by 4 Sigmatic is made with the chaga mushroom, promising immune support and stress relief. Mushroom supplements that claim to support immune systems, reduce inflammation, and improve moods can be found in health and wellness stores from Urban Outfitters. So here we can see, guys, a Numinus lab. Psychedelics are about healthcare, medically approved therapies. One of the company's founders said. So that's pretty cool. We've got a picture right there. Numinus is investigating a variety of methods, including liquid nitrogen, to develop standardized mushroom extracts for clinical trials. Amanda Burton, a research assistant and analyst at Numinus, harvesting a psilocybin mushroom. Regulators in the United States and Canada are taking baby steps toward allowing limited use of psychedelic mushrooms, which produce visual and auditory hallucinations over a few hours after ingestion for the treatment of certain mental health conditions. So here we go, guys. This is a little mention about the Atai Life Sciences IPO. So investors are taking note. Atai Life Sciences, a German firm developing psychedelic and non-psychedelic compounds for various mental health conditions, is backed by billionaire venture capitalist Peter Thiel and others. It filed plans this past week to raise $100 million in a public offering. Another psychedelic company, MindMed, which of course you guys know we cover and have covered from day one, has financial backing from Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank. So some news on the actual market. So there are currently 100 to 150 clinical trials underway using psychedelic compounds to treat mental health and behavioral health conditions. An analyst at Canaccord Genuity wrote in a report in March, adding, "The industry has come a long way in the last year, but there's still a long way to go." Some investors are betting that the psychedelic companies would follow in the footsteps of MJ, which has been legalized for recreational use in more than a dozen states, including New York in March. But some analysts and many of the companies themselves caution the path for psychedelics will most likely be very different, especially for Numinus Wellness. This is not a company that's focused on recreational use. This is a company that is focused on treating serious mental health conditions. So we can dive into their investor presentation real quick, and there's just a few points that I wanted to make just to reinforce that. So Numinus actually has 3 divisions: Numinus Bioscience, and that is to develop therapeutics as part of an applied research agenda with intellectual property advantages. Numinus R&D develops safe, evidence-based clinical protocols under medical leadership in concert with regulators and research partners. And finally, Numinus Health delivers the highest quality of care to patients using Numinus protocols and specially trained practitioners in custom-designed spaces. They also have their Mindspace acquisition. Montreal clinics clearly illustrate Numinus's value proposition. This investor presentation, of course, can be found on their website. So as part of your own research and due diligence, I highly encourage you guys to download it and check it out if Numinus is something that you're interested in. So finally, we're just going to summarize this from their investor presentation, the last slide. So summary: a leader in psychedelic science and clinical delivery. Global clinic expansion plans starting in Vancouver and Montreal to deliver a full suite of psychedelic offerings once regulated. Proven medical research, clinical, and executive team to drive strategy, growth, and scale. Well-funded to advance research trials, therapeutics development, and clinical expansion. Health Canada licensed lab with 10+ year history of botanical extraction, ongoing intellectual property development, and revenue-generating contract services. Innovation with a history of firsts. First industry partner with MAPS. First compassionate access trials of MDMA for PTSD and psilocybin for substance use disorders in Canada. First pubco to cultivate and extract psilocybin from mushrooms. And finally, integrated holistic offering, generating revenue throughout the supply to delivery value chain. So guys, that's it for the update on Numinus Wellness. I will say, the fact that this company has a focus on PTSD, I think that is something that the government will see lots of value in. And that's something that's always caught my eye about Numinus Wellness, among many other things. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this company. I know we've talked about it and covered it for a while. So it is nice to be giving you guys an update in this form of video, and I will continue to cover it on our show, our Market Minute, and all of that. So let me know what you guys think. That's it for the video. I do have to say this is a sponsored video, so check the description down below for full disclosure details, along with thoroughly reading our disclaimer and always remembering that these videos are not financial advice. With that being said, guys, I'm out of here. Drop me a comment down below, and always remember Departures Capital and Departures stocks are for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you're making your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.